Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison, it is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Red Raiders ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Morrow. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Move the tight end. Running to Green. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
Wide receiver going in motion. Right back to him on the ground. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Throwing Reed. The quick out. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the 4th down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
They booted away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sticky. Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off play action. Fires to the right. A spectacular one-hand grab. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And you're seeing more of this in college football, man. Bringing on more and more tight ends, guys that are versatile pieces. And you see it right there, right? You can still throw the football. And now you got to match up with those guys and their big bodies. Nice throw down the field, nice catch. Nice job of using multiple tight end packages for this offense.
Some misdirection with the counter.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains. And when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Off the bootleg. Wants to throw it. Quarterback adapting. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. On the move, it's Owens. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And it really doesn't matter what play call this offense does. Like first possession, 3 and out, obviously struggled. This one right here, nothing on the ground. The offensive line has to do a better job. They got to be better up front, whether they want to run it, whether they want to throw it.
Picked off, a turnover in their own end. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Well, the QB was trying to throw it to his running back behind the line of scrimmage. He never saw the defender. That was as easy a pick 6 as that guy is ever going to score.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. It'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Running into the open space. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to the R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Runs through the tackle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Reads it, fires complete. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he makes the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Pulls it in, it's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Red Raiders send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Oh, they're after him. Quick completion on the out. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Buying some time as he moves left. He's going to run it. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
I love it. I love it. 1st down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the 1st down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Got a little grass, got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, 1 touch, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the 1st drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's sticky. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. And the Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. Under fire. Crosses the 45. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running the option, it's Hammond.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Running inside. It's Dickey. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Complete. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Here's Reed to throw. Bringing the heat. Took a shot as he threw. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's a little room there. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Caught in the backfield, it's Morrow. Turning it on. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Reed. Firing to the right, complete.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
And the Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Play fake, Reed. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looks as if he's going to run it. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll go to the counter play. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Right back to it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
And they've converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. To the air, it's Hart. Get it out on the screen. Stop short of the first down marker. They are in field goal range, and 3 would make it a 2-possession game. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Why not get everybody's heart pumping a little bit, bounce it off that right upright and through. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sticky. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better, but that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Breaks the tackle. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Swings it out to the flat.
Great job in the open field making that tackle on defense. You know, you'd like to think your running back in space could make that guy miss on 3rd down, but really nice job with the fundamentals on that tackle.
And the Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
I'll tell you what, when the ball's tossed on the perimeter really quickly, you got to take really good angles. When I'm a safety and I'm spinning down, I'm trying to catch that guy. He's got so much space out there now. I don't have a lot of help from my defensive tackles or my defensive ends. Those are tough spots to be in. You could tell the running back won that battle, got a bunch of yards. Nice positive play for this offense.
Texas A&M going quickly. Reed. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Owens. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Extending the play. He'll pull it down.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at in the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Throwing Reed. Unloads to the right. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football, a little ballet moment there? Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. Let's start with TCU taking on the Baylor Bears. And it's the Horned Frogs looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll start on the ground with Quentin Joyner. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. The play action fake. Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Really good job by this defense. Third down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big third down stop.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Here's Reed to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
To the air. It's Reed. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. And the Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. The RPO, it's complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They kick it away on fourth down. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And I think the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Looking to pass. It's Hammond. Going downfield for the big play. Makes a grab for a big play. Off and running. Inside the 30. 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes with a quick strike up top, covering 79 yards. Fielded in the end zone. It's Owens. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Gonna run it. It's Owens. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Running back searching for a hole.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. He's got the tight end.
That's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Inside, it's Owens. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Reed throws for the tight end. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
The short hands, it's Dickey. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Man, you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the 1st down.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Makes the grab. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The Red Raiders are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll run play action. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Back, sacks. That's the way you respond defensively. Love it. Getting after the quarterback, even though this is running time, running situation on the field, this defense was not fooled. They were ready for the pass. They were studied up. 2 sacks and back-to-back plays.
gotten to the quarterback 2 straight times, and now it's 3rd and a long goal to go. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Just drives it between the uprights. A lead down to just 3, 20-17.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside. It's Morrow. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Reed. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Lets it fly. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Here's the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
3rd down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And after that incompletion on 3rd and long, because of where they are in the field and because they have a narrow lead, we expect this team to just go ahead, kick the field goal, and take the points.
And he got it! Tie ball game here in the 4th.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Well, the turnover squandered an opportunity to put this game away a moment ago. Now they'll have to pull it out of the fire in a tie ball game. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Moore. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Throwing Reed. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense
runs through a man. He might have some space. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation. Beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. It's complete to the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
That's pretty good zone defense, man. Zone defense means I got eyes on the quarterback, and when somebody comes into my zone, then I'm communicating with the other guy, and they pass it off and do a good job seeing the crosser, going to him, breaking on the football, getting the tackle, and now forcing the 4th down.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play.
That's a huge score for this offense, and as a head coach, you love to see your team respond. Obviously, your defense gives up a field goal on the last possession to tie the game. Offense doesn't even flinch. You come out on the field, you execute, you march it down the field, score a touchdown, and you punctuate that drive, retaking the lead and putting all the pressure back on your opponent.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. The run inside. It's Dickey. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give them a little bit more time.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the grab. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Talk about stepping up at a huge moment of the game. This guy's been relatively quiet throughout the game, but here in a 2-minute situation, he makes arguably the biggest play of the game so far for his offense. Nice job.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Not really a huge decision there. You don't want to give up the football at this juncture of the game, and they're able to keep the drive going.
You know, the head coach here obviously feels like punts and field goals are not going to get him back in, and so put this one on your quarterback. Trust in him to go out and execute and give your team a chance to win.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. To the air, it's Hammond. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Pulls it in. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
This crowd even louder now on 2nd down as they try to hold on. Throws to the tight end. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot. That's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He'll be stopped just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Fourth down coming. Let's see if they go for it here. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams.